Hello chatboys out there. Today in this vlog I'm going to be telling you guys all about what I got to on my Wednesday evening, my Thursday and my Friday. I have had a jam-packed last few days of this week. On my Wednesday evening I did work 5 till close. It was me and two other of my colleagues on shift. One of my colleagues finished at 9ish, and so it was just me and one other colleague till close, and we had a booking of 10 in and a booking of 8, and then we had my head of kitchen, my head chef, in with his friends for his birthday drinks. So a few of my staff were outside and they were drinking and having a great time, and I gave my head chef his birthday card. It was a fish card because he loves fishing and he loved it, and I was on bar, putting lots of pints, doing lots of food and drink orders and bill taking, cleaning lots of tables inside and outside, as it was quite a nice evening. So we had quite a lot of people sitting outside as well as inside, and then we were also getting lots of close-ups done, and there was a leaving party going on, and it was for the secondary department in the secondary school I went to, so I know quite a lot of them, and there were a few unfamiliar faces, but I was just chatting with them, and it was really lovely seeing them, and they just couldn't get how good I am at the bar and how I'm now 26. And yeah, I've known them since I was like 11, 12 when I was in secondary school, and yeah, it was lovely catching up with them. And then I finished about 11ish, clocked off, got changed and joined my colleagues for some drinks for my head chef's birthday drinks, and then I was gonna call it a night and go home when some of my colleagues were like, oh, we're gonna go into town and go to OMG. So I was like, yeah, I'll come join you guys. So I let my mum know, and she was a bit hesitant at first because going out without one of my siblings that I've gone, the only time I've been out in town before is with my siblings, so she was a bit wary. But I was like, I'll be fine, I'm 26, I'm with my colleagues, we'll be sensible and we'll stick together. And so we got Ubered in to town, and one of my colleagues was trying to book the Uber, and she was so drunk that she couldn't like see what she was trying to do, so one of our other colleagues had to book it. And then we got into town and met up with some of our other colleagues that had gone on ahead of us, and we were in the queue. I was excited but a little bit nervous because this was my first time going out in town without one of my siblings or family friends that I know, so I was with my colleagues. But it was really good, and I showed them my ID, and the cheeky man on the door was like waiting for ages. I was like, oh my god, am I not going to be able to get in with this form of ID? And she was like, go ahead. And she's like, that's an old photo. I was like, thanks god. And I hadn't had a shave, so I had a bit of a bushy beard, so it does age me a bit. So I was like, oh great. And then we got in, and the music was so loud. I'm like an OAP. I was like, oh my god, so loud. But yeah, it was really good. Had a lot of WAD, and was just dancing and singing the night away, and it was just so much fun. Got a really cute bathroom selfie in the bathroom with two of my girl pals, and we were just loving it, dancing so much, and yeah, it was just so much fun. And we then got out there about 3 and then got takeaway. I had a pizza, and we sat on this little like the steps next to this statue next to this big fancy hotel which my dad has done discos in before. And then we got Ubered back to just outside Aldi where we had got Ubered into town from, and then by the time we got back it was 5 in the morning, and I was keeping my mum and my younger sister tabs on where I was and what I was getting up to, and I was on my way back. And I then walked back, and it was getting light out, and I then got back, let myself in, quietly put my shoes away and my bag away because I had to take my work bag with me. So whilst dancing in the club, I was actually dancing against the wall because I didn't want anyone to try and nick the my backpack. and so I put that away. I then went off to go to bed, and my fan broke and actually almost fell on top of me, so I had to then borrow the one from the living room because my one was literally broken to no good, and so it had to be fixed. So I put that one downstairs for my dad to fix, and I then went off to bed. And surprisingly, on my Thursday morning, I got up at 11, well, later on in the morning I should say, because I got back at 5. I got up at about 11:30ish, wide awake. I don't really get hangovers for some reason, I don't know why, I'm just lucky I guess. So I was pretty good, got up, got showered and changed, had some breakfast. I had some of my fruit and fibre cereal for my breakfast. I was watching a bit of Netflix, listening to a bit of music, just drawing and colouring in. My younger sister then got up, and my mum and my grandma had gone out for food, and my older sister and brother and younger brother at work. My dad had work, he got back and he'd gone off to bed. He normally goes fishing on Thursdays, but he's got really bad cold at the moment, and it was supposed to be really rainy, so he didn't want to chance it, but the weather was actually quite nice and it was quite sunny, and I was just watching the UK soaps and Love Island. I'm home and away from the previous night, and then I had some lunch. I just had a cheese toastie and a cup of tea for my lunch, and was just watching some episodes of Friends, and then I got myself ready to go off for a walk, and it got really dark and looked quite gloomy, so I took my coat with me, and I'm glad I did because it was spitting quite a lot and then it got quite heavy. And I went off to one of the flower shops and I got some plant samples from there that I'll show you guys now. I was then just chatting with the flower shop keepers, and I was telling them about my night out in town and how I didn't get back till 5 o'clock, and they were like, "You dirty stop out." And then I got some flower starts from there as well that I'll show you guys now. Such lovely colours, love all the roses and all the plants hanging from the windows. It's like a little jungle in there. I then went off and had a run to one of the child shops, went off to one of the book shops and W. Smith's. I then went off to one of the little cafes in the back of one of the little shops in the high street, and I got a bit of carrot cake and apple juice and a pot of tea from there. Let me show you guys now. It was so delicious. I love it in that little cafe. It's so cute. I was then having a look at some of the stationery from there and some of the little plushies they have there. Then I went off to some more of the little shops down the high street, and then on the way back I got some dahlia flower starts. Let me show you guys now. I love dahlias so much. They're such pretty flowers. The rain had stopped by then, which was great, and then I got back and I watched a little bit of Annie, probably one of my favourite musicals, had a cup of tea and some biscuits, and then my younger brother popped in and he'd come from being at work, and he went off home, and my older brother was back from being at work, and I got myself ready for touch rugby, and then I got picked up by my older sister and we went off to touch rugby. It was a good session, but I was just so tired and literally wish I hadn't gone because I was just wanting to fall asleep right there on the pitch. And we got back and I got showered and changed into my PJs, and for tea I had chicken curry, which I'm going to show you guys now. It was so delicious. I then had to get changed back out of my PJs because I had to go to the shops to get some snacks for the theatre trip the next day, going to the cinema to see the new Barbie film. So my older sister took me to the shops and I got some snacks for the cinema trip the next day, and I was so excited. and then we popped down to my older sister's house as we had to get some gifts that my older brother was giving to some of his colleagues for work the next day. So we then got those and then came back to the house. My older sister stayed for a bit. She went off home, and I got a screenshot of the confirmation of the tickets for the cinema. So a photo of that saved on my phone, because my dad was cutting one of the hedges with his hedge trimmer, listened to music, and accidentally cut down into the Wi-Fi wire. So we have no Wi-Fi at the moment, and I don't think our house phone is working either, and we're not going to be having Wi-Fi back until the 3rd of August. So I've had to be using 4G at the moment, and yeah, so that's a bit of a bummer, but at least I've got 4G and 5G to keep me sane. And then I watched the UK soaps, finished writing my journal, put that away. I then watched Love Island, and then I was just watching some EastEnders episodes and caught up on EastEnders on BBC iPlayer, and used Hotspot to get onto iPlayer to watch that. I then went off to bed, and then on my Friday I got up ready to go and watch the Barbie movie premiere. Comes out today in cinema, and I was so excited. I got showered and changed and had some breakfast. My dad, older brother and sister, and younger brother at work, younger sister and my mum were still asleep, and I locked up and made way off to the bus stop up by Aldi in the high street to meet my mate who I was going to watch the Barbie movie with. And I was so excited to go watch the Barbie movie, and I was sat waiting, and she'd overslept, and luckily her sister woke her up asking her for some money, so otherwise God knows when we would have got there. We missed the first bus we were supposed to be getting, so we then got another bus. We sat on top of the double-decker bus, and we went thinking it was going to go to Aztec, and then we'd have to get a bus up from there in. It took us all the way to bloody Bristol, so we were like, we're never going to get there in time, and our screening was at 11:45. So we got off there, and then we were like, why don't we just get an Uber? So we got an Uber, and we got there about 11:50ish, but luckily we got into the cinema. I'd already got my snacks, my mate quickly got her snacks, and then the Barbie pink iconic 90s 80s doll box was in by the entranceway, so I got a snap looking like a Ken doll holding my hands like that. The photo came out really well, and then I showed them the confirmation. They were like, yeah, sure, and I was like, great, it worked. So I was stressing like it wasn't going to work. Got in, and they were still playing adverts, and there were a lot of adverts, and it was the cinema theatre we were in was jam-packed. There were so many people, and there were loads of people dressed up as well. There were a couple dressed up in like the neon like roller skate like outfits, and I love it. And yeah, the film was amazing. Margot Robbie, Ryan Gosling, great cast, great set, lots of innuendos, and just lovely costumes and really good music. The Barbie songs, Charlie XCX and Nicki Minaj have songs for the film, and it's just so good. And yeah, it went so quickly. It was 3 hours long, but I really did not think it felt that long. It just flew by. And then afterwards, me and my mate went off to Nando's, and I had a Nando's from there, and I had chicken wraps with a corn on the cob and some peri chips, and we filled up with drinks, and I just drank lots of Fanta, which I love. I'm going to show you guys a photo of that now. Love Nando's. Hadn't been there since my birthday, and we were actually sat on the table that we were sat on when we went for my birthday, which was bizarre. We then went off to the mall to have a little look around, a little mooch around the shops, and I went off to the Entertainer, and I got some bits from there. Let me show you guys now. The first one I got was this pop figure mini sets, so Bitty Pop they're called, and there are 4 in there, and these are going to be going in my dollhouse. They're like dollhouse sized, and they're so freaking cute. My mate actually pointed them out to me, and I was like, I need to get them. You could either get them in Star Wars or Disney, and I was like, I love Disney, so I'm definitely going to get them in Disney. Then I got this pop figure from the Entertainer, this aerial pop figure, and I love it, and just have so many pop figures now. I'm literally running out of room to put them. I need to put them in a spare room / my doll room when the shelves get put up, and yeah, I need to put them in there. And then I got this Scooby-Doo one. It's actually the 50th anniversary of Scooby-Doo, which is awesome. Love Scooby-Doo so much, and he's just so cute. He's got his tongue out and he's holding a sandwich. Love Scooby-Doo so much. Then I got this notebook and pen from Typo, and of course had to get it. You can't really see it very clearly, but it says Barbie, and my mate pointed it out to me. So got this Barbie notebook, which I say a planner, which is good because I always need to try to get my life together. And then I got this Powerpuff Bubbles pen. I love the Powerpuff Girls, love it, such a great show. Then I got these clothes from the Entertainer. Put these over there out the way, and I got a skirt for my beat up doll, like a red leather skirt for my beat up doll, and I also got these 2 fashion sets to go on my beat up doll as well. This one first, there is a green polka dotted top which ties up at the bottom, and then a pink checkered skirt, and then a polka dotted purple puffy sleeved dress with checkered sleeves, and then a collar, and I love a dress with a collar for my beat up dolls, and then some white sneakers as well on the side there. Then this one comes with a black daisy dress with a yellow top that you can put underneath or on top, and then like an orange floral daisy like netted jacket, like see-through jacket, and some shorts, and you can put the top with the shorts and the jacket, or the shorts with the dress and put the shorts over the top of the dress with the jacket. So there's lots of different ways you can like mix and match, which I love doing with my beat up dolls and changing my beat up dolls looks. And then the last thing I'm going to show you guys is this Barbie movie doll, the Margot Robbie doll. I love it. It's got a daisy necklace, daisy earrings, and some bracelets, and on the back it has Margot Robbie, a photo of her as Barbie, and it's in the iconic pink Barbie box, like the one I got a selfie in earlier on in the day. And yeah, I love it so much. This is staying in box. I have an inbox doll collector now. I did open a few of my dolls the other day because the box got a little bit battered, but I am keeping this in box. And yeah, I then went off and got some Krispy Kreme donuts, and I'm going to show you guys a clip of the donuts that I got now. Here are my Krispy Kreme donuts. They look so good. Of course I had to get some pink ones, seeing as it was the Barbie movie premiere today. They look so delicious. I cannot wait to have one of those with a cup of tea later on. Then me and my mate went off to Tiger, where she got some tote bags. She's totally obsessed with those bags, and we then made our way back from the mall back to the cinema, where we got picked up by Uber and got back to outside Aldi, and we then were just chatting for a bit, and she was off on holiday for 2 weeks. She was off to go pack, and also had football in the evening, so I wished her a lovely holiday, a great time at football, and thanked her for a lovely day watching the Barbie movie and going for Nando's and having a little bit of a shop till we drop. And then I made my way home. I got back and my older brother was back from work and he's now finished. He's not going to be working where my older sister and him worked anymore, as he's off to uni to become a teacher. He's been bitten by the teaching bug. And my older sister came to ours, and our older brother and his girlfriend, he was over for the weekend, and our older sister went off to go for tea at Nando's. And I showed my mum and younger sister the things I got from the entertainer and the pop figures and dolls. And then I was chatting with them about the Barbie movie, which was absolutely amazing. Hi Barbie. And yeah, I just love it. It's so iconic. Michael Robbie, Ryan Gosling, Will Ferrell, such a great cast and just so funny. Lots of innuendos, great sets. I want to live in Barbie Land, to be honest. And I then was just watching Home and Away, Far Brown and Escape to Country, listened to a bit of music, did some drawing and colouring in, sorted out my glitter doll, wrote a bit of my journal and got my uniform ready for work tomorrow. And then I went off to the shops and I got myself some tea, and I got back and for my tea I had some scrambled eggs on toast, which I'm going to show you guys a photo of now. I love scrambled eggs on toast. I had that with tomato ketchup smothered all over it, and then I finished off writing my journal, put that away, was listening to it in music, doing a bit of drawing and colouring in. I'm just colouring it on my phone, which is so therapeutic. I love using that. And then I was just watching some funny dog and cat videos and some vlogs and TikToks, and I'm now off to go and watch this evening's UK soaps and Love Island, and then I'm probably going to head to bed as I am absolutely cream crackered. Been such a busy few days. I hope you guys have all had a lovely week, all have a lovely weekend ahead, and you've all had a lovely last few days of your week. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I shall see you with a new vlog coming very soon. Bye.